does. And one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Offense running back out here, and you remember last drive was pretty quick, about 10 seconds, Charles. One play, very long pass play that ended in the end zone.
And you know, every offensive unit, when that happens, they want to come running back out and recreate it. We know the chances of that are slim because now the defense is on high alert. But at the same time, that confidence should carry over into the start of their next drive.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He's gonna float this over the middle, deep. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Damiere Byrd with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
On the read option, it's Mariota. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction? Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
He's got a man, complete, touchdown. Chase Claypool on his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns, as his guys are able to extend their lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoe.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
This time, the extra point up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line.
Here's Fields.
Got an open man, it's Pringle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to commit. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Throwing again is Fields.
And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Throwing on third down, Fields. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Falcons will take over here just shy of the 30.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw.
Cordero Patterson.
And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined, no one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Now an option play on second down.
Mariota so nimble, sliding to the ground with a first down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Mariota. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
The throw for Claypool is intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Following the interception here, Mariota escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Throwing is Mariota. They'll roll him out right. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields
sliding out of the pocket.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown Bears. Chase Claypool on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Bears have taken the lead.
They'll try and throw for it. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted, and Remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown. Demir Bird on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone to give them a 2-point lead. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Fields. He's going to let it go again. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20.
He's got a man, complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final play of the half here. Mariota dancing to his left. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want us to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw, Mariota. Got London on the slant.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
Mariota's throw caught by Bird here. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
82 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On play action, Mariota on the move to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
Third quarter of a 2-point game. A good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10.
Play fake. Mariota. Forced out to his left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
He'll get it inside the 20.
Touchdown, Falcons. Cordero Patterson, 37 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
On 1st down, Fields.
Over the middle, complete. That's Montgomery. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Off play action, Fields.
Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He tried to get away, but to no avail, and an absolute killer there. A 12-yard loss on 1st and goal. Another try after the 1st down sack.
Fields able to hit his target, Claypool.
A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal.
To throw is Fields.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Equanimous St. Brown from 10 yards out.
And the Bears are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
They'll look to throw. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Mariota to throw it. Rolling to his left. Throw caught here by Bird. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Looking to throw again on second down. Mariota. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the...
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Bears. Byron Pringle. 56 yards.
And the Bears strike quickly to take the lead here in the fourth. Now Fields.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
And they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Mariota. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Fields on first down. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet.
And they'll get this down to the 10. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Fields now to throw.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And now look at him go. He's at the 40, the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
So that, Charles, obviously just a game changer here this fourth quarter, and they're an extra point away from stealing the lead.
And stealing is the absolute right word for it, because that'll wake up your sideline, won't it, partner?
There's still time remaining, but boy, I mean, you think about it, you go from an offense with a lead in the ball trying to salt things away to a completely different scenario now after the return for a score.
So a big play coming for the Falcons as they'll go for 2. They go play action. Mariota. He'll buy some time right. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. So they knew what they were doing all along, right? Now the lead 2 here in this fourth quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just past the 35. First and 10 now for the Falcons, and Mariota at their 36-yard line. Buying time to his left. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long. Mariota now. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Fourth down, Mariota. Being chased out left. Mariota so nimble, sliding to the ground with a first down. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's Mariota. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's second and 11. Throwing here, Mariota steps away to his left. He finds his man complete. It's Patterson. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Dancing to his left. Another completion right back to Patterson. All that for a 2-yard gain, second down. Mariota. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he takes this one back into the end zone of the Falcons.
Brand new in the, you know I stay with